Hey, welcome back. It's me. I'm here with another video. Today's video is about tips on getting sugar daddies and scamming. Okay, so this video was highly anticipated. I know a lot of you may know me as the scam queen, and you guys are constantly asking me for tips on how to do what I do. I did want to wait a little bit longer before making this video, but I've been getting so many questions and so many people have been coming to me for advice, so I just decided to go ahead and make it now. I'm going to be sharing with you all the tips that I have for getting sugar daddies and scamming. And if you can't benefit from this video, then you should probably stick to your day job. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to start by telling you guys which app I use. I most often use Kick, but a lot of these tips can work on other websites such as Ashley Madison or Seeking Arrangement. But today I'm going to tell you about Kick. Okay, so the most important part about this is to be yourself. I'm not saying that to be cute or cliche. I literally mean be yourself. I know sometimes it can be tempting to catfish and use pictures of another woman. Maybe you think she's more attractive than you, or maybe you don't want to use pictures of yourself for whatever reason. But I'm telling you, you need to be yourself. Why is it so important to be yourself? Well, when I get on Kick, the way it works is I enter groups made for sugar daddies and sugar babies and buyers and sellers, which I'll explain later. And a lot of the times when you enter these groups, the admins will ask you to verify by sending them a live picture. And for those of you that don't know, a live picture is a picture that you take with Kick's camera and send directly to whoever you're chatting with so that they know that you just took it instead of taking a picture from your camera roll. So this makes it very hard to catfish, and it also gets rid of a lot of scammers. Now, how do you find these groups? Well, you search for things like sugar baby, sugar daddy, just sugar, daddy, pay for play, just things along those lines. You'll get the hang of it eventually. Okay, so now to explain what buyer and seller groups are. Those are groups made for people to buy and sell adult content. That means things like nudes, live cam time, or videos, or stuff like that. But fortunately, if you're too chicken shit to send some nudes for some cash, little pussy, then there's other groups that you can join that will allow you to do lesser things for cash. Like, you can join groups for men who have foot fetishes and just send pictures of your feet for money. Or you can join groups made for vendomming, which means financial domination, where guys will just ask you to talk shit about them because they get off on that and they'll pay you. Okay, now those groups can get you a little bit of cash, but you're gonna get most of your cash from the buyer-seller groups and selling more adult content. Now, for those of you who aren't ready for that level yet, I have a way around it, and that's where we get to the scamming part. Now, me personally, I don't really have a problem selling pictures and videos of myself, because if I see a guy who's dumb enough to buy porn from someone when there's thousands of places where you can get porn for free, I'm going to take advantage of that. Like I always say, if you see a sucker, lick it. But sometimes I'm too lazy, or sometimes I just don't feel like making a video or taking pictures, and then I start scamming. Here's my approach. I set my profile picture to something very sexy, usually a picture with a lot of cleavage or something where you can see my butt looking real nice, and I join a bunch of groups and then I leave them all. This gets people's attention, especially guys. They see you, they find you attractive, they want to talk to you, so then they message you, and that's when the fun starts. Okay, so before you can get any good results, you have to weed out all the guys who are time wasters and scammers. For a beginner, it can be really hard to tell who's a time waster and who's a scammer, especially because these guys are saying anything and everything to try to get what they want. The most common type of scammer is the guy who messages you and gives you a whole bio on himself and then tells you he wants you to be his sugar baby and he's going to give you roughly $500 a week, and all he wants you to do is just love him and be trustworthy and honest. Sounds great, right? Wrong. Now, if you're a beginner, it might be hard to tell who's a scammer and who's not, but these guys literally all say the same exact thing. They're going to tell you how they're a businessman from New York and they're out of the country for business right now, or they live in California and they work in construction. Usually going to be some vague sob story. Don't fall for it though. Another thing they're going to try to tell you is that they need your bank account information so they can give it to their account manager so their account manager can put you on their payroll. Why do you need to be put on their payroll for them to send you money? That just sounds suspicious. Just go ahead and block them. They're a scammer. Now, there's other types of scammers, guys who want free content. If you plan on selling, there's going to be a lot of guys who try to get free content out of you and say all these things and make stupid agreements that make absolutely no sense. Don't fall for it. Don't send anybody anything without them paying, no matter what they say. There's guys that'll say things like, your price is $20, well, I'll send you $500 after I get it. Don't do it. They're not going to send you any money, no matter how much money they say. If they had that much money, they would just send it and pay your price and then get the content. Do you drive the car off the lot before you make the first payment? No, it doesn't work that way. There's also guys who are just trying to get free stuff out of you, but they don't necessarily offer you money. They just say they want a sample. Do I look like a motherfucking mall food court? There are no free samples. You want it, you pay for it. So don't give anybody any free content. Now, another type of guy you'll run into is a foreigner. Not to sound racist, but there are a lot of foreign countries where adult content is illegal. And so they'll tell you they'll buy, but they actually have no intentions of buying, and they'll just end up asking you for free samples. Okay, well, now that I've covered all the ways that you might possibly get scammed, now I'm going to talk about how you get scammed. So after you've entered these groups and left them and you found all these guys that want to chat with you and they're offering to buy content for you, but you don't want to sell any content, you just want to make some money. Here's what you do. A guy says, hey, how much for live chat? You tell him, how much time do you want? He says something like 5 minutes. Tell him a good price for 5 minutes of live chat, usually like $10. Then tell him you only use PayPal or Square Cash, whichever one you use. Then he's going to send you the money, and once he sends you the money, block him. Yep, that's it. You can do this a few times, but I wouldn't recommend doing it a lot because you can burn bridges with potential return customers. Also, a lot of these people are in a lot of the same groups, so you might enter a group and word might have gotten out that you're scamming people, and then you'll have ruined your whole kid career. So just be careful. So, in a gist, use PayPal, be yourself, and watch out for scammers. If these things don't work for you, then you're probably just ugly. Sorry. But thanks for watching anyways. See you next week.